Well, we should be live, and I've relegated myself to the Smasho bunker because it's all over, folks. It's all over. Earth is crossing the barrier today, and so that means it's time. Time to stream live. Here at the Smash News Network, please busted name of news. So we had some incredibly low speed solar wind. We have some incredibly straight satellite shadow lines, which we'll show you momentarily, and other things associated with Earth crossing the barrier. Because Earth's equator crosses the sun's equator today, an event known as the September equinox. It's when Kimberly's time and my time are the same. And she lives in Australia. So yeah, just got back from leisurely walk number 1, and ooh, it was so nice and gloomy. It was so nice and gloomy, so fall-like. And of course, I had to go visit the Bumblebee Cemetery. If you follow on Instagram, you would see something. And links are below the video. So welcome to our viewer. And yeah, so we'll be talking weather, space weather, and news for a brief moment on this fine last few hours of summer morning. James T. Kirk doesn't care. Ricky and Bubbles don't care. But do you care? I repotted this aloe plant yesterday, and I put it in a pot that I bought for a Christmas tree. That's how huge this aloe plant is. And I have 2 more that I have to replant that are like, they're trying to take over. They're trying to take over, folks. And space is already at a premium, and it's shrinking down smaller and smaller as a result of aloe plants, because they're taking over. You know, we have a front window that nicely faces the hi. We have a front window that nicely faces the sun in the morning, so it's quite good for plant growth. And we have grow lights to supplement that as well. All right, so we have like 160 sunspots, I think. That's interesting. And yeah, we had an incredibly low solar wind. The solar wind got below 290 kilometers per second, all the way down to 286 kilometers a second. Is super slow for the solar wind. That's like what you see at solar minimum times. And yeah, but that's come up now. It's just under 400 kilometers a second, so it's now very nominal. We do have some strong fields, so if we see what we're currently seeing continue with a BTBZ of 16 nanotesla and negative 11, that's a big southward facing vertical component for the magnetic field there. So that will cause geomagnetic unrest conditions. It's only 11 protons per cubic centimeter and only 400 kilometers a second, but the field is strong and the BZ is strongly negative. So there's that. Sunspot number is currently at 168, maybe 169, something like that. And radio flux of the 10.7 centimeter variety. Radio flux is at 168. So just under 170 sunspots and just under 170 solar flux units. So we did not see the CME impact that we forecasted to arrive on the 21st. So that one actually missed. probably to the south, as the CME that we reported definitely was in the southern hemisphere. We don't have any proton events. X-ray flux is just a background flux of barely C class. And yeah, as far as filaments go, there is one large filament in the Earth strike zone, to quote Tamitha Skov. Shout out to Tamitha Skov. Dr. Skov, one of the world's, if not the world's leading expert on space weather. Make sure you subscribe her channel. She puts out like 5-hour educational videos about how to process, about, you know, what was the Carrington event really like? What would happen in modern day times, and so on and so forth. Tamitha is a delight. Space Weather Woman, you'll find the channel. All right, I apologize. I'll get to your chats here in just a minute. Here are the filaments I was talking about from El Taide's ground-based solar observatory. And this filament right here is deserving of a name. So we'll put up Name That Filament on Twitter. Let's just do it now while we stream. That's the easiest way to do it. We'll just bring up that last image. Put an arrow and say Name That Filament. If you want to name that filament after your friends or foes, follow us over on Twitter, x.com/smashomash. Put the hashtag Name That Filament, and I should see it. One would hope I would see it. But who knows? Because the algorithms on social media are completely broken. Yes, completely broken algorithms. Those are fun, right? Oh, yes. There's nothing like some censorship to go with your other censorship. Elon Musk. Anything you can censor, I can censor better. I can censor anything better than you. And then Zuckerberg's like, no, you can't. And Elon's like, yes, I can. And then accounts get outright banned from Twitter. Yeah, what a free speech advocate. Dave Farina's banned from Twitter. He's not allowed to say F you to Ben Shapiro every day? Like, pretty sure he is. What a free speech advocate that Elon Musk is. Oh, what a picture of free speech advocacy. Just totally not a megaphone grabber. Did Elon do a Kanye-style mic grab when he purchased Twitter? Because he didn't fix censorship on the internet. Like, that's the most adorable thing that the cultists always say. They're like, Elon solved censorship on social media. Oh, really? He just censors for different reasons? I love the way you get to see his memes no matter what. You don't got to follow. You'll see the memes anyway. Either somebody will share them or they'll just get boosted onto your feed. So yeah, I'm going to do the hashtag Name That Filament over on Twitter, as it shall always be known, I imagine. It's called branding. Yeah, branding. Don't take an established brand and then ruin it by assigning a letter to it. That's a great lesson in marketing 010. Marketing 010. Don't destroy an established brand. What living human should we name this potentially Earth-striking solar filament after? Yeah, follow on X, and you can name that filament after your friends, your foes, or even yourself, as long as you're alive. You know, because solar filaments are very lively. So that's why we name them after living humans. Shout out to Nebo J. Let me get to your comments here. And hi, Kangawa Felipe and Ali. Thanks for joining us. Also, Curtis. Hey, are you related to Dixon Mize? That's a good one. That's so funny. Rice says, "My brother, what are we talking about?" Well, we were talking about space weather, and soon we'll talk about Earth weather, and then perhaps a little bit of regular everyday news stories. So if you've got some you'd like commented on, just drop the headline in the title, not the link, just the headline. Please don't drop links in the chat because those would be unendorsed, unless, of course, they're our own websites, storefronts, value chain partners, sponsors, etc. So, King, brother. Okay, thanks. Alejandro says, "What up, brother? I'm drunk ASF. RIP Charlie Kirk. Hello, Russia. Hi. Hi, hi, hi. Hi, everybody. I'm Amy Khalid, living in Kingston Hill, London. Where are you from? Lehigh Valley, Pennsylvania. Lehigh Valley, Pennsylvania. It's so good. If you like riding bikes, it's one of the best places in the world, in the known universe." Alejandro says, "You kind of look like Naruto, brother." Have you watched The Expanse? A little bit of it, and I can't get into it. I don't know why. Shagara Morlar says, "Are you doing some kind of research?" Not really. I'm just kind of reporting on space weather and doing a little bit of forecasting here and there because our viewers like it. And because there is a dearth, a lack of good daily space weather content on YouTube. So I talk about it in this form now. We used to make live streams that were 2 hours every morning at like 3 o'clock in the morning Eastern time, and now we do this instead because this is the most effective format to get the information out there because people tune in like you, and some of them press like. We've got 18 viewers and 9 likes, so don't be lazy. Press the things, and if you've got a big social media following, press share. Lehigh Valley, Pennsylvania, U.S. Mukesh Vamula. Where are you from, mate? Hey, Colt 45. Thanks for joining us. Everybody hates Elon. I definitely don't hate Elon. Hate is too much work. That's like picking up an extra hobby or something like that. Not hating anybody. That's no, no, no. I don't trust people. I dislike people. I love them all, but yeah, I mean, not hating anybody, just calling balls and strikes objectively. You know, like when there's a pattern of fraud, I call out patterns of fraud. When somebody repeatedly, 3 times or more, intentionally misrepresents material facts, that's called fraud. That's literally the definition of the word fraud. Intentionally misrepresenting material facts. I don't like fraud. In fact, as a licensed insurance agent, it's my job to report fraud in the insurance industry. I could lose my licenses if I found out about fraud and didn't report it. Sup, everybody? Thanks for tuning into the live stream. Yeah! Hayayuda Sampson says, "You look like an end of days preparatory activist, not the weird type, though." Well, I'm not really, because I would state that our finest days lie ahead, and it's not the end of days. So, extraordinary claims require extraordinary evidence, folks. We ain't got the extraordinary evidence for the spooky, spooky end of days. Somebody's always saying it, no matter what time in history you're located in. But, yeah, end of days. The human species has barely even gotten started. The human species doesn't even understand how to operate its own genome. So, a lot less sophisticated than you may think. Mr. Mission Control says, I seen your title and I tried to run away, but I can't run any further. So I just figure out I'd stop and watch. So what's the end of the world or something? What's going on? The end of summer happens at 2:21 Eastern time today. So it's a countdown to the equinox when Earth's equator crosses the sun's equator and it becomes fall. It's the end of the summer as you know it, or if you're in the southern hemisphere, the end of winter as you know it. Apurba Ghosh says, bruh, I'm so freaking down south. Cool. Which hemisphere? Does that mean you're in a warm spot or a cold spot? I don't know. We got viewers from southern and northern hemisphere. Yes. Scooby Dooby Doo, where are you? We got some Scooby snacks now. Come on, Scooby Doo, I see you. We gotta drop some space weather facts now. You know there is a mystery of nonsense on YouTube and people don't solve it. They're full of shit. Mr. Mission Control says I do lots of research. I'm sure you do. I'm sure you do lots of research. Akurba Ghosh says he seems like an exorcist. I don't know. I got a crystal ball. Does that make me an exorcist? I don't think it does. Look at, oh, I had it shielded by my white gloves. Yeah. Crystal ball here. It's not how I see the future, if you're wondering. All right. Let's see. Colt 45 says, I hate people. There's enough of that out there. That's a bit antisocial, wouldn't you say? Humans being a innately social species, it could be a bit unhealthy. Mr. Mission Control loves frogs though, so okay, night. Enjoy the rest of summer. Sunday Joseph says, help me, please. Okay. What with? Guys, please help me get a work, please. Oh, man. Oh, geez. Are you on LinkedIn? Get on LinkedIn. Get your resume on LinkedIn and Indeed and like LinkedIn's pretty good for finding jobs. It really is. Like a lot of cutting edge companies use LinkedIn. I know it's a Microsoft organization and Microsoft is kind of crap, but doing rituals and ceremonies because of the equinox. That's demented. All right, so let me show you I'm going to show you the perfectly straight lines of the equinox, okay? Because, this only happens on equinox day. So let's look at the full disc animation here. It's so cool. You're going to see nearly straight lines here. So check it out. We'll cue this up. This is the NASA GOES interactive weather satellite. You get these perfectly straight lines. The equinox, because everybody gets the same length of day. See that? Let me shrink it down so we get the full disc. And what's so bright? Is it the crystal ball? There you go. So there you go. I mean, that only happens on the equinox. You can see everybody on the planet gets approximately the same length day and night. So let me get to your other chats here because this stream is going to end rather early. I don't see any news stories posted, and I don't care about reading any of them. Thanks, everybody, for all of the comments. It's been a rough weekend, and I'm going to chill a bit. So this stream is over. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. And if you're new to the channel, don't forget to press subscribe, press share, leave a comment, and so forth. If you haven't pressed like, do so now because the stream's about to end. In any case, thanks for tuning in. Enjoy the rest of your summer. Equinox is at 2:21. I'll bring up a countdown real quick. Timeanddate.com has a great Equinox countdown. So let's see. I know there's a countdown. Let's see. There it is. So we're located in Lehigh Valley. That's March Equinox. Come on, man. September Equinox countdown. There we go. 2:19 p.m. 2:19 p.m. Eastern time is when. So you got about 7 hours of summer left. There you go. There's your it's all over countdown, and this stream is all over. So Mr. Mission Control, I don't see your posts. I have no idea what you're talking about. Yeah, so I'm out. Have fun. Don't have too much fun. People still do go to mental institutions for that occasionally. And we'll see you soon here at the Smash News Network. Least busted name in news. And may that solar wind be at your back.